See how well it aged. Woo! So, this is my second review I did. I've not played this game since then. So I'm interested to see how I feel about this game now. There she is. Oh shit. Now, yeah, I haven't played this game since I reviewed it, so it has been a long time. So we'll see. But I figured it'd be cool to also play some games on stream that I've reviewed. Because I figured, you know, put my money where my mouth is. I mean, so far, visually, like, the game's pretty good. Like, it's sexy looking. And before anybody asks, I know Blades of Time is the sequel to this game. I know a lot of people ask me about whether I'm going to review it. One day. Sooner than you think. Whoa. You know what's funny? I don't remember that cutscene at all. Blades of Time. You mean the sequel to this game? Because remember how, like, I don't know if you remember, Pro, the whole joke that I had was that I'd eventually get to Blades of Time. And I still haven't. Could have sworn it was in a short. I might have covered it footage-wise, but I've never ever, like, you know, actually covered it. I mention it a lot. Let's see. Vibration. Yes. Language. Yes. Subtitles. Yes. Diary. Fuck was that? Oh shit. What is this music? I don't fucking remember this. Okay. We'll go normal. We'll go normal.
I'm a treasure hunter, and frankly, I'm the best there is. I've traveled all over the world in search of treasure, and I've found riches beyond imagination. Oh,
Put a shirt on,
I
love.
always work alone. Why would I want a partner? Psh, I'd have to share the loot.
Get that bitch a jacket! Sorry.
I found a map of some ruins in a crumpled old book. Another empty city run down by the passage of time. But according to legend, hidden in the ruins was an artifact of incredible power. Centuries ago, a powerful god infused the object with all his might. The The book didn't say why he did that, but I think it was because either he had grown tired and wanted to rest, or he was trying to hide his abilities from someone. No matter what the reason, I'm here for the artifact. If the legend is true, then finding this relic would be a prize beyond imagination. If it's an ancient piece of junk, well, I can always sell it for a hefty price.
Now, I'm interested to see if this game will play better on console versus computer. Because I remember on computer, not that it's going to change too much, but... It's got very Samus. Oh, that's right. She's got guns. I forgot about the guns. This is very Lara Croft. That's right. You played it on PC before. Yeah, so the time when I played the game, it was on PC. I recently obtained a copy of this game. I'm currently playing it on my Xbox. So this game I got about a week ago, this copy, because I want to start streaming games that I've reviewed, because I know for a fact that I can still continue playing some games after I've reviewed them. You know, I feel like there is some, you know, like with Peach Ball, I kind of want to play more of it, so. But then this was also me, like, sort of trying to, I don't know, like, see what the difference was, you know. Look at that, beautiful. Oops, are you okay? Oh, okay. Let me know if the audio's okay too, by the way. Seeing how well they age. Well, what's interesting is, like, I know Blades of Time's a completely different game as well, in a sense of the look. And Blades of Time is a game that I've wanted to cover for a while because I find the transition to be quite interesting in terms of the style. But what I find really interesting about this is my views of lewd games have changed a little bit, and I'll say this much: pressing X rapidly like that didn't do anything for me. It still felt quite boring. Reach, press I want to shoot. Where did it go? Oh. It's weird too, because there's no like... Okay, so like L1 does your lock on. I mean, for the time, this game on this console looks really good. It looks a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Like, when I saw it on the PC, I was like, okay, like, this is, you know... Seeing it on the Xbox right now on my TV, it looks really good. Press to learn Earthquake. I noticed the reviews aren't taking the cover into account much recently. You're talking about the main reviews? You're talking about obviously the DAC game reviews. Some of them do, yeah. But they would have to obviously be like, if the sex is like really high octane within the game itself, I tend to. But I also find that like games are like quite like, they don't need to have full tits on the front cover to like pull me in, if that's what you mean. What was there a specific one that you were thinking about that you thought was quite different? So I could bind it to my... I see. Okay, so B. Did it not bind that? I thought it didn't bind it. Nah, there's still a lot of like... I'd say there's still a lot. Yeah, that was that one. I just still say that like pressing one button is quite monotonous, whereas doing combos like there's not really like, do you know what I mean? Like she's only pushing one button. The whole sex craze isn't as prominent. No, I still think it is. But I'm curious as to know what game you think, because I would like to kind of give you an explanation as to why I pick certain games. So if there's any particular one that you're thinking, like the cover isn't really as sexy as Shade's made it out to be, like tell me, because I'm curious what games. I know Kingdom of Magic got me because of the huge fucking tits on the front. That was prominent. My next review I'm working on, it's just covered in tits. It's ridiculous. Have we covered Catherine? Yeah, we did, yeah. I don't know, I didn't mind it. I just felt like it's a giant visual novel with a minigame built into it. See, this is disgusting already. Like, why is it bind to Y? Current slot B? Okay, so let's do this. And then... No, it's okay. I can understand there might be some games, you know what I mean? Like... So what's really interesting about this attack. Okay, so it's one. Okay. God, it's been so long since I played this. It feels okay on the console, like... Like, it's not too, like... I thought it would run a bit shit. But so far, so good. But yeah, I do find the annoyance of, like, the binding. I never understood the binding.
How did you find the temple? How is anyone still alive who knows the way here?
Is there porn of these two fucking?
The power it contains is fatal to humans. Go away before it's too late.
Yeah, right. It was a long journey to this place, and I'm not going back.
Don't do that!
He literally said don't touch it. He literally warned you. He wasn't even attacking you.
Now I must.
By fuck.
You soiled this sacred place with your presence.
I made a wrong turn back there.
It's unfortunate that you will die for this mistake.
You, an oversized cat?
Without knowing what you are getting into.
This bitch.
Wow. You sure can take a beating. All right, Furball. Let's see what you can do.
You are quick to taunt, but will you be quick to die?
There we go.
It's reckless to fight something without knowing what it's truly capable of.
You still talking? Wake me up when you're done.
Your arrogance, your undoing.
Wow, for a giant lion, you'd think you would be better at this.
Oh my god.
I hear. You fool! You doomed every creature on this planet.
I'm sure I can handle it.
I didn't need a Valley Girl voice, yeah. Nah, she's too cocky. Like, it'd be better to replace that sort of Tomb Raider Lara Croft style.
Blah, blah, blah. Pending distraction. I'll just take my orb and get out of here.
Only
It was probably prior to the furry boom.
to this place.
Is that supposed to scare me?
Your child.
That time of the month, anyone? Well, shit. Level 2 done. She got some kissing lips, though. Yeah, DSLs, yeah. When the cum go bad. There's so much potential for porn, and yet this must have been prior to the huge porn booms that we get now. The abandoned coast. I think visually this... Oh, okay. Visually this game holds up. Gameplay wise, it's like repetitive as fuck. Like having one button to attack is just silly. This isn't a side scroller. Like no, but I can understand why they would call it that. I'm not trying to justify the fact that they, you know, I mean it is funny that they call it the light and the dark. But I think what's funny about that whole thing is that for a game that like visually looks good and visually has a lot of sex appeal, they don't really lean on it that much. Have you noticed that? Like, even though she like... No, there's not. There's no other combos, no. There's this elemental book. And that's about it. Yeah, use guns sometimes. Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing that really annoys me with this game. She only has one attack, right? So this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand. So if you look in here, right, she's got these other power-ups that obviously cost a shitload, right? Shoots twice as fast, but spends her rage, sort of shit. Parts needed for next shooting upgrade, right? The guns lack impact, they do. But then, see, look, she's got all these power-ups, right? The problem is like you need the bars for them to be filled, and then they're just auto buttons. So they don't add anything to what you already have. Like, there's not something that's, you know, when in charge of dark magic strike, explode. So we could get that. Would I like to bind it? And then the problem is, it doesn't let you bind it in a way that... I guess I want to put it on my left button. Yeah, it's Atari beat 'em up combat, yeah. But the binding is weird, yeah. I'm just off exploring at this point. Why not bind them to different weapons instead? Because that's too creative. Yeah, no, but... So, yeah, if you guys can completely understand, I've got one button, and then if you look at the binding abilities, right? When it says use and then bind it, so, like, my A button is already binded to jump. So it wants you to bind that to the right bumper. And then that left one, you'd assume would be X, but that's not. That's your attack button. So this pendant is automatically wrong. It shouldn't be in the shape of a pendant. What it should be is in the shape of a controller, and then it should be the binded things, and they should also be like, you know... But the fact that they go, well, that's left bumper, that's right bumper, that's Y, that's B. It's really weird that they do it like that. Because, you know, I'm already confused. So, like, the wheel itself is really, it doesn't need to be there. Because what it should be is, I reckon it should be that the right trigger should be your slash. And then maybe A's your jump. And then you attack with X, bind stuff to your weapons, but then obviously have combos you can do between X and Y, and then B could be a special attack. But the fact that they put this in the same circle as your X, Y, B, A makes this way too confusing for somebody to be playing this on console. And also notice, like, I've just left the battle. As much as I like that, because I do love games... I hate when games block me in. Like, that's why I was saying the other day about how I don't really like games like Lollipop Chainsaw that much, because they block me in a lot. But at the same time, I understand what pacing is. This whole idea of leaving and letting the enemy just sit there gives it the feeling of like, well, this is what... You just got to assume this is what the enemies, you know. Looks great for the console. Shut up. Shut up. Also, it's very hard to discern what you can and can't break in this game. I've changed the title of the stream. Thank you very much. Okay. So given this ability, it is the right... What was it? The right bumper versus the left bumper. The fact that you just ignore the enemies is funny. Yeah, because I'm just walking around, like... It's tracking one that's up there, actually, which is really funny. And the camera gives you fucking serious whiplash when you lock onto somebody. The other thing too is there's no like swap. From what I can see, there's no like... There's no ability to swap between. Am I just meant to sit here and like... I don't even remember this. Is it just gonna spawn and keep spawning? See, I wouldn't have known that. There's no indication. The other thing too is, okay, so here's the other thing. The binding is on the left bumper to the left trigger. So the game wants you to rest your 4 fingers on the top. On the addition to your thumbs. Because the lock-on is the left trigger, but my binding attack for my negative energy is on my left bumper. So I automatically have to have 2 fingers sitting on top at all times, which to me is very uncomfortable. But I'll do it. Died. No, the execution's terrible. It's not... You want to know another game that does this really weirdly? Is Bullet Witch. Bullet Witch is the exact same game. It is very repetitive. It's such a repetitive little game. And I wanted to review it for the... I own it. I wanted to review it for the longest time, but I just found the game so boring that there wasn't really anything to talk about. No, you have to go through the paces. So the part about this whole bit, right, is it assumes that you think that you're meant to kill the glowy thing, right? You're not. You're meant to be... This is a wave thing. You're eventually meant to kill the glowy thing. No, there's not. No. See, I tried to make that one go a bit quicker. Now, also the charge button. There's a charge button. The charge button is the same button as your binded key Y. How silly is that? So you can charge your power, right? But in order to do it, it's the same button as a binded button. So there's a button that does two things. Yeah, in theory, yeah. In theory. I'll try to do this bit as fast as I can. I find that the game gets quite monotonous, so I just... Why though? Because... And I died. It feels more like forced farming than RPG of waves of enemies. Yeah, and did you see, like, they just sent out 4 enemies after the 1? So you can understand how frustrating it gets. Like, it gets frustrating real quick because of how boring this game is. So I'm playing this on normal as well, so... So I'll try to do this a bit better this time. So the bar that you're looking at is the bar in the top left. So if you see the red bar underneath the green health bar, that is my charging bar. I'm now just holding the button, and it's automatically setting off the earthquake button, which has been binded to the charge button. Because even though there are other buttons on the controller, it wants to bind it to that. So now, like, the charge button is automatically going to set off the earthquake button every time I charge. How gimmickly fucked is that? So you got a button that you don't want to activate. What if you're charging it to use the dark energy ball or something? It is very silly. I'm pretty sure the PC one from memory was not like that. From memory. PC probably lets you revamp because of keyboard. I wouldn't be surprised. So obviously the charging, if you're not in the area, what you want to do is you want to hit the crystals. Because the crystals obviously give you a boost that you need rather than actually like sitting there and charging. So it gives you that ability to like pass it really quicker. Like... Because obviously when you're standing there, you can't move and charge. So the idea really, what you're meant to be doing is you're meant to be constantly moving. But notice how the enemies like barely attack during the charging phase, because I don't know why, but there is something like where the animation doesn't know how to read itself sometimes, so sometimes the enemy just doesn't know what to do with the information. So now, obviously this thing's gonna come after me, right? And so what you want to do, again, is to hit the crystal to get me more. And so now you're fully charged. So you can just fucking wail. The only problem is it uses up like a third each time. See, and again, the earthquake button is constantly binded to that button, which I don't want. So I'm gonna unbind it. I'm gonna unbind that. So I want to keep can I unbind? Please tell me I can unbind. The rage gauge automatically depletes. Yeah, it automatically does, yeah. Did you notice that too? There is an option in the menu for you to use an attack. So if you don't want, and this is really weird too. I never mentioned this in my review. Rather than just standing there like this and like attacking normally, if you wanted to be fucking weird, you can then pause the game, go and select one, and then just press use. Fucking weird, man. It's so weird. It's so weird. I don't know why they would do that. It's like, don't want to bind. You can only bind like 3 or 4. But if you want to use the other ones, or you can even use the ones that you've already binded. So like use Earthquake, use Fireball, use Dartball. So if I just press this, she does it. regardless of the button that you've binded it to. So fucking stupid. I don't fucking get this game, man. I need to rebind that. You know what I'll do? Actually, that's what I'll do. I'll rebind this to the bottom one. Yeah. No, because now I've got that on 2 binds. Are you serious? She's binded. It's now binded to 2. You can't unbind. Why can't you unbind? So you can't unbind something that's been binded. You know what would have been beneficial? If I just didn't bind that button at all, ever. Can you bind something else? Yeah, I can bind. Yeah, I can bind any. Well, I could technically, if I wanted to, I could do. But the problem is I don't want to do. I've now got Earthquake binded to 2 of the same button. By the way, if you didn't know it was pause, the top right blinking of the pause, that's so weird to me. It's so weird, bro. I didn't want to do that. It's the bind and the charge button are now attached. I hate that. You know what? If I had the option, I would have just not binded it at all if I'd known that. Oh my god. Yeah, you want to leave that one empty so it doesn't auto attack. Yeah, but how would you know that information? Like, it's silly that there's no unbind. Notice like I'm hiding up here because I'm just like I'm so done with the computer. Because I know the computer can't 100% navigate the enemies around. There you go. Oh, I didn't want to do. So good. Do you love how it's just respawning? By the way, you're meant to be doing this. This is progressing. There isn't progress not being made. Actually, no. I just realized something really interesting. No, I take it back. I take the binding thing back. That's my apology. So you can hold any of your buttons to charge. Though there is still a fault here. So you can charge using, obviously, like, her ability, right? Any button can charge. The problem is she automatically uses it. So you can't charge the bar to its fullest, ever. So you'll always be exposed. She's already like, shut up. I think there's one stuck up there. Because it keeps locking me on. It's good, eh? You enjoying it? You enjoying the game? Annoying fly. That was progress. We made progress! How good was that? Amazing. Receiving an impact font, yeah. I'll show you how many times I can, like, set off this earthquake thing too. Because the amount of enemies just gives you, like, infinite, like, earthquake. So, I can just punch him 3 times. Hit earthquake. I'm playing this on normal as well. Punch 3 times. Earthquake. And earthquake. And earthquake. That was a level. How good was that? The problem is, again, the game looks really nice. Like, on the console, it looks really good. Oh, cool. Awesome. Bizarre, eh? So that's the exit there, right? Not really much of tomb raiding. For somebody who claims that she's a, like, I mean, it comes off as that she's a Tomb Raider. You would assume that this rock was something. The way it's positioned and the way the lighting is hitting it. And there's so much space that there's no real need for you to come up here. But you do it because you want to get away from the computer for 5 minutes. That's the only reason you go up the top. Is because you need a breath of fresh air for 5 seconds. Is your level done? You can see why, like, as I was reviewing it, when I was, like, reviewing it at the time, how repetitive that got. Very quick. It's just taking me back to here. Why would it do that? Can I do more in here? Why would it take me back here? No way. No way. Stop. Stop it. I left the... I'm not doing this level again. I'm out. Wow. The game was like, here's the level again. Jesus. No, it's not interesting to watch. That's what I mean. Like, it's not an interesting game to watch. The thing is, though, apart from here, I've not really been much further. So whatever we're seeing is going to be new. But it's just quicker to just go off and explore. Like, while this is happening here. So, like, all the bad guys are currently attacking. So while they do that, I'll just walk around and look for, because they're chasing me. There they all are. And that's obviously the exit. That's going to be the exit for the level. Is this like the bug in Twin Sanity where you can fight the totem again? I think it is, yeah. So I'm like, you can see I'm just leaving. I'm just leaving. Just leaving the level. I don't even remember how much. I think it was like 20 or 30 bucks I paid for this on eBay. I paid it specifically because I wanted to get into this habit of replaying games again that I'd reviewed to see whether or not they'd aged. Or whether or not my opinions had changed on them. I think from what I said initially, I still stand by what I say. Though the game is visually, like, good looking, it's quite interesting that you've got to literally make content up to this. The game design almost doesn't look intentional. It's very true. It's very true. Again, look at it. It doesn't look too bad when you're like doing stuff. But have you noticed, like, we've just left the action? These guys are just like, can you like fucking wait? Here we go. Fuck off for 2 seconds so I can run around again. The lighting's pretty solid, especially for an Xbox game earlier on. I mean, the dark spaces are quite dark, but I'm surprised it... Well, I'm not really, because it's the Xbox. It's Microsoft. So a computer game transferring over to the Xbox shouldn't be an issue. It's gonna go this way. Also, I want you to know, I've not locked onto this thing. The game has automatically decided that that is my top priority. So the game is actually locking me on to that permanently. I can't unlock from the bad guy. The area is too open. Yeah, it is. There's a lot of open. Notice how much, like, how much I'm just spamming the button, too. It's the game's allowing me to do it. Great, isn't it? You see what I mean by like how repetitive it feels? It's good, eh? Like, what you're meant to do is you're meant to make your own fun. Is like you're meant to be like making different combos with your stretch buttons or whatever you call it, your aligned buttons, as you will. Your assigned buttons. Ew. New skills are available if you don't mind, like, not pushing the same button over and over again. Pretty crazy, huh? Like, it's so different when you see someone review it versus actually watching them play it. Crazy, huh? I died. What are you supposed to do? You tell me. You know as much as I do. Crazy, huh? Yeah, but I spent the last like 10 minutes doing it. So it's like, how are you supposed to know what to do? Dark Rage. What else can I get? Adds the magic of fire. See, but is this a self-attachment or not? Adds the ability, instantly moves. So I want to use Dark Rage then. And then I'll bind that to... I'll bind that to the right bumper. See what happens. So good. Heavenly Sword. Yeah, I've not played it, but I've been meaning to. It's good, eh? This is the most game of all time. Again, I'm playing it on normal. Good. It's good. It's good. It's so good. I love it. What, just spam the gun? Yep. It's good, eh? So good. It's so good. It's really good. It's so good. How? Riveting. He has a powerful... Hang on. It says here... Okay. He's covered with armor, protected from bullets and cold magic. He has a powerful fire attack, but no defense against fire. So are you supposed to only hit him with fire then? But isn't he fire? Sage advice. Let's see. Sage advice I can give you today. Make sure you get up and walk around. If you're playing a lot of video games, make sure you actually do a little bit of walking as well. Even if you take breaks for like 5 minutes. It's still doing the same, like, attack, but same animation. As if it wasn't getting hit. It was amazing. What health bar? What health bar? You mean the thing in the bottom right that's barely doing anything? You mean that, right? That's what you... What else is hitting me with a fireball? Good, innit? Do I mind a hint? Is it turn off the game? So good. You have to dodge a lot of fireballs. A lot. And fireball him from a distance. Which is what I'm doing. So literally, I want to be out here. The whole time. Where did that one come from? It's good, eh? It's so good. Alright. Alright, so what I'll do, right? Starting from now, I'll do that and we'll see how long it takes. No. No, there's not. It's good, eh? So good. Look how much health he's got left, though. Pretty close. I tried. I tried. See how long that took? See how long that fucking took? You understand why I'm fucking annoyed? You understand why I didn't play anymore? I'll try it one more time. Why though? Because this is it. This is what you get. This is what's presented to you as the player. I will stay in one spot this time. I'll stay here, where I can see the fireball approaching, in the hopes that... How much did this cost? $30. It's alright, it came out of your pocket, so... It was Patreon money, so I'm not paying for it anymore. This is the whole idea of this experiment, was to play it again. Yeah, it's literally Thunderbolt, 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 Thunderbolt. Again, I'm playing this on normal. But you really do get what you paid for. Yeah, you do, yeah. And the crystal that you really want in order to get a full charge is in the center. And you can see I'm not hamming it. Like, I'm legitimately trying. That last run was way better. How would you improve it? Cancel the production of this game. The only other way I see doing this, and it'd be a very tedious way to do it, is to literally wait until the crystal respawns in the center of the arena and just go for it. In the hopes that, like, every time you enter the center of the arena, you don't end up losing health. Just delete the level. So chat, how have you been? And the fact that they put like one extra dude that just is firing fireballs is just the little icing on the cake. So good. It's so good. I love it. Alright, question is, it's the caking on the ice, it is. Now the question remains, can you... So what do we make it to? Level 3. Level 3, baby! So if you go new game, what is the difference between these two? Oh! Oh! It's actually a pain. What a bump. What a bump of a fucking game. Chat, I hope you understand. I don't just do this for me, I do it for you, so you don't play this shit. I know one day I'm gonna have to return to X-Blades, and I know you guys want me to like do more. Right now is not that time. I thought tonight would just be a little taster. Now you get to see what it was really like. But I'm going to end the stream because I've got a lot of work to do tomorrow. I hope you peeps have enjoyed this as much as I haven't. Have an amazing, amazing rest of your weekend, and you will see me tomorrow, a new video and more awesome content. Don't forget to support us on Patreon and on YouTube. Follow us on all our socials and hang out in the Discord for all the latest news, because we post news every single goddamn day about loot stuff. I love you peeps. You are the world. Stay hydrated. Thank you so much for being so fucking awesome.